Gojo vs Sukuna, the greatest shonen fight we've actually had in years. Had every fan of the series on edge. One chapter Gojo was a fraud, then the next Sukuna would be a fraud. But who's really the fraud? At the end of chapter 236, we see our glorious blue-eyed king, Gojo, sadly lose to the strongest sorcerer in history, Sukuna. But would Sukuna, without the 10 shadows, be able to defeat Gojo? In the afterlife, Gojo said these statements. I honestly don't think I would have won even if he didn't have Megumi's 10 shadows. It's a shame Sukuna wasn't able to give it his all. And you best believe these statements had the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom in an uproar, with Gojo fans quickly retreating and Sukuna fans finally coming out of the woodlocks. The question on everyone's mind is, would HEIAN ERA SUKUNA have won even without the 10 shadows? And if you ask a Sukuna fan this, 9 times out of 10, they'll bring up Gojo saying that he thinks he would have lost even if Sukuna doesn't have 10 shadows. Heavy emphasis on think, because people love going to that statement to prove their point, and I get it. I would too if there wasn't a statement from Sukuna that says what I wanted from Mahoraga was a model on how to cut through infinity. That was something I was unable to do. Again, Sukuna, the king of curses, needed a model from Mahoraga to cut through infinity because he could not do it himself. Case closed. Gojo wins, and I'll see you guys later. Nah, I'm joking. People think just because I'm a Gojo fan that I'm biased towards Gojo. Well, that's just not the case. I personally believe the fight between HEIAN ERA SUKUNA versus Gojo could have gone either way. But before I continue, if you have been enjoying the content lately on Jujutsu Kaisen, make sure to like, subscribe, because I actually have been enjoying making these type of videos. Honestly, you know, talking with you guys. I read your comments daily in my videos, on my posts, on the polls. You feel me? When you guys debate each other, who's stronger, Gojo versus Sukuna, I read them all. I might not reply to them all, but trust me, I'm looking at my phone, I'm laughing, I'm enjoying you guys debate with everyone. So if you're new here, do not forget to like, subscribe. Let's get back to the video. The Gojo versus Sukuna battle is a tricky topic to actually discuss, with Gojo saying he thinks he would have lost no matter what, and Sukuna saying he needed Papa Mahoraga to adapt and nullify infinity. So the question is, who would really win? First, we gotta start by comparing domain expansions, and it's pretty damn close. Gojo hit Sukuna with 5 unlimited voids, but keep in mind, the only reason why Sukuna got hit with infinite void was because he wanted Mahoraga, the Obstopper, to adapt to infinite void. As we seen during the domain clash, Sukuna got rocked, and Mahoraga appeared right before Gojo could end Sukuna. We also need to take a step back and realize during the domain clashes, Gojo in every hand-to-hand combat situation had the upper hand. Which led to Sukuna getting healed his last infinite void dead on, and it wasn't because Sukuna wanted Mahoraga to adapt. This time it's simply due to the fact Gojo punched him and immediately activated his domain expansion, which led to General Mahoraga to finally come out of the shadows. Even after Gojo overfried his brain, in every hand-to-hand situation, Gojo still comes out on top. And in that 1v3, when Gojo's getting jumped, he still putting work to Sukuna, Mahoraga, and the other Shikigami. Gojo literally outmaneuvers and straight up outplays Sukuna in hand-to-hand combat. And Gojo even went as far as to knock the King of Curses out until Mahoraga had to step in and say Papa Sukuna. A lot of people are confused on how like Sukuna called out Mahoraga after he got knocked out. It's just simple. Mahoraga was always out. He was just in the shadows adapting. So will Gojo beat Sukuna with the 10 shadows? The answer is actually more complicated than you think, and that's because the answer is yes and no. If it's HEIAN ERA SUKUNA, the only way Sukuna bypasses infinity or limitless is by domain amplification or domain expansion. And we already seen what happened earlier when they both use domain expansion. They clash and go right back to hand to hand. While I do think Sukuna could pull off some hits on Gojo, this time around, Gojo doesn't have anything to worry about. Not a 1v3, not Mahoraga adapting to his limitless or infinity. In hand-to-hand situation, Gojo will easily win. Stated from Sukuna himself, he needed Mahoraga to give him a blueprint on how to cut through infinity.
Well, Sukuna has 4 arms, so he can easily block Gojo and use his curse technique. Gojo loses.
Well, actually, he can't use his curse technique. While using domain amplifications, which is stated in the manga, Sukuna can only do physical attacks, thus making Gojo outperform Sukuna in hand-to-hand combat. But we cannot forget, throughout their battle, Sukuna had a lot of knowledge on Gojo, due to him being in Yuji's body and from Megumi's memory. There's no doubt Sukuna has a higher battle IQ than Gojo. We've seen it throughout the fight. Sukuna withstood the infinite void, so Mahoraga could adapt to it. And you take all that away, Sukuna doesn't have any reason to withstand any unlimited or infinite voids. But if we have them 1v1, Gojo and Sukuna have no knowledge of the other's abilities, Sukuna wouldn't have a single way to bypass infinity or limitless. The domain clashes will go the exact same route. Sukuna using domain amplification, but Gojo still will outshine Sukuna in hand to hand. And remember, all because Sukuna has the extra arms doesn't mean he gets a buff out of nowhere. Sukuna's extra arms are just for him to continuously do chants, which would be useless against limitless. And since HEIAN ERA SUKUNA would not have the world cutting slash, and don't forget, he can't use any curse technique while using domain amplification. And without Maharaga, there's no blueprint for Sukuna to copy. There's no world cutting slash. If there's no world cutting slash, there's no bypassing limitless. If there's no bypassing limitless, Gojo wins, and it's over. But let's rewind back to the domain clashes. Remember when Gojo's domain collapsed and he got hit with Sukuna's malevolent shrine? So these would eventually play out the same until this exact point when Gojo punched Sukuna and he activated his domain expansion. What if Sukuna could block that attack with 2 of his arms and activate his domain with his other arms at the exact same time? Could it be possible that their domains collapse again, and when Gojo tries to activate his domain, you know, when it happened, Maharaga came out and then he tried to activate his domain again? What if Gojo tried to do that exact same thing and his brain fries? And if his brain fries, it will play out Sukuna saying, "You're the strongest in an era that I wasn't born in. After all, you were just mediocre." And then his last words were, but hey, that's just my theory on who would win in a 1v1. HEIAN ERA SUKUNA or Gojo. Like I explained in this video, the fight can go either way. Gojo could win or Sukuna could win. So in the comments below, I want you guys to determine, and I want you guys to throw out your theories. Who will win in a 1v1? HEIAN ERA SUKUNA or Gojo? Follow and DM me on Twitter with a good video topic. If your topic is really good, I'll probably make a video on it. You feel me? Because like I said before, I really love making these JJK videos. I feel like, you know, talking with you guys about the manga, and you guys are debating in the polls who wins, Gojo versus Sukuna, who's stronger, Toji versus Maki, and I see you guys' comments and you guys replying to each other. I might not reply to him, but trust me, I'm literally reading him, I'm hearting him, I'm laughing at some of you guys' comments. It's really funny seeing you guys go at each other and see who's really stronger. But also, do not forget to like, subscribe. My name's King Dante, and I'll see you guys in the next video.